Hi, my name is Nick Whitfield and I'm the Chief Executive of Achieving for Children and also the Joint Director for Children's Services in Kingston and Richmond. This video is going to tell you a lot about our project. It's going to tell you how it works, it's going to tell you what it means, and if at the end of it you don't understand it, I'll be here and you'll be able to ask me questions directly.
Achieving for Children brings together the Royal Borough of Kingston upon Thames and the London Borough of Richmond's children's services so that we can achieve better outcomes for all of our children and better services for our residents.
Achieving for Children is a new organisation, exciting, dynamic, different. It's going to be owned by 2 councils, but it's going to be freed up to be free of bureaucracy and driven by those who use it. Children, young people, their families, carers, all being able to have a voice in how we run services for them.
Because Achieving for Children will have the freedom and the focus to put educational services and children's services. It won't have to be doing anything else. It won't have to be looking over its shoulder at other parts of the council organisation and wondering, who's getting what. It'll be focusing on children's services and education, and that will be very liberating and I think very powerful creative force.
So Richmond and Kingston have developed Achieving for Children because they are both very ambitious councils.
Well, I think the 2 councils are doing something very bold and innovative here. They're also trying to make it possible for 2 boroughs to work together.
There is a really shared heritage along the river. It's fantastic. There's opportunities for our services to develop along that corridor.
Both councils have a history of developing new ways of delivering services, innovative ideas, and both councils have a history of encouraging staff to develop their thinking. And I think Achieving for Children is a product of that, really.
I think Achieving for Children will make a huge difference because it embraces change and advocates for creativity.
Our intention is that services are much more close to the children and families that they work with.
Is to liberate staff to really think outside the box, so to think creatively about how we work with our children.
Less challenges in terms of what we have to do and how we do that. There'll be less people to talk to get those decisions right.
We can be different, we can be fleet of foot, we can make decisions quickly, we can get things to the front line much more quickly.
That kind of real buzz about we're all working on behalf of children and young people, and that's something that can be lost in other local authorities.
Every day, children and their parents and their families and carers all rely on the dedication and professionalism of our staff.
And I think Achieving for Children will allow them to flourish and show their strengths and improve the outcomes for children.
And we will develop a staff that is able to have the highest level of autonomy, but also the highest level of skills.
So there'll be benefits for our social work staff in terms of mentoring, coaching, being able to work together to develop services.
The organisation is extremely committed to developing individuals and to really harness and support some of the key interests that you have, so that we are able to support families in a really creative manner.
And to be able to bring that out even more is something that I'm really looking forward to.
The deliverance of AFC will be through the voice of the staff. I think that will make a big change.
We need to engage, and we've already started engaging staff about what and how they want to be involved in the way the organisation runs and delivers services.
I think for the staff that we're working with, it's the opportunity to do something different. So opportunity when they actually say, let's try it this way instead, let's do it this way instead, and let's see what happens, and let's involve other people. So actually it's more of a discussion around what we want to try and achieve, utilising the right people, the right organisations and the right support networks to make that happen for us.
So staff coming to work for Achieving for Children in children's services will have a very clear career pathway that's supportive, and we will be looking to support them in their career development, have comprehensive training, mentoring and support for them.
Achieving for Children is an organisation that's a community interest company. That means it's similar to a charity, all of the money that is put in by the public going into serving children.
It means that we won't have to raise council tax, so we keep council tax at zero and at the same time not have to cut frontline services.
So, for example, we'll be considering ways of whether we can sell part of our services to other local authorities and look at ways of developing income streams.
Every penny of profit that this company makes has to be ploughed back to the public good, back to the interests of children, back to the interests of our community, and back to developing the services so that Achieving for Children can become achieving even more for children.
It's essential for the success of Achieving for Children that we have strong partnerships and collaborations with many outside agencies.
This is not a children's social work job alone. This is dependent on all our colleagues in both schools, in education, with police, with health in general, that we need to work together.
We have a statutory responsibility to scrutinise and to challenge and to coordinate all activities across the whole partnership.
Achieving for Children cannot support services on their own without health partners working together to make sure that we've got a proactive, child-centred approach that's a joint piece of working.
Before we had 50 schools in each authority, and now we'll have over 100. That's a real opportunity to bring together some partnerships.
We're excited as a group of schools because we think that Achieving for Children will mean that we can be much more flexible.
Improving the capacity we have for school improvement operations, sharing expertise. I think there's a lot of very exciting potential in moving forward with AFC.
It's a great opportunity to be asked to contribute to this discussion about Achieving for Children. And I think it bears testimony to the fact that this is a partnership and it is a growing relationship.
The two boroughs have definitely differing views on their politics.
I'm a Liberal Democrat and Kingston is Liberal Democrat run. Richmond is a Conservative run council.
I actually find that a refreshing thing. I believe that people have to learn to cooperate across party divides.
But at all times I felt really supported in both boroughs, and I think that the politicians have done a great job on this. Part of the strategy for Achieving for Children is to actually work in a wider arena than just our two boroughs, and we will actually look for work elsewhere.
I would like to see those services taken to other parts of London where children are not so fortunate.
This is something that's never been tried before, it's very innovative, and I think central government is quite interested to see how it'll work out.
And I can see that this could become a template for other councils, for other local authorities, and also for other areas of working, so that best practice can be shared across communities.
Our role is to set the strategy for AFC and to ensure that our performance is up to scratch by scrutinising and monitoring and directing what's going on.
We feel it will allow us to work more responsibly across the two boroughs. We feel we can have much more control over the services we deliver.
I think that it will be different because it has non-executive directors on it who are not elected politicians, but who have experience and backgrounds that are relevant to the service that AFC will be delivering.
Because AFC will be a smaller organisation, the decisions that are made at a kind of senior management level will be closer to the front line.
So I think just in terms of that feedback and that delivery and that customer service, it will be better for the young people and clients we're working on behalf of.
So we can shape our services to meet local needs better with that larger scale service. So I think that's one of the advantages that you see.
So I'm hoping with AFC that the visibility is a lot greater, people are a lot more aware, and that we get more families through the door that could really use the support and engagement of the centre.
I'm excited by Achieving for Children because it's something difficult and it's being done for the right reasons. And for that reason I think it will help benefit children and young people.
What's really exciting for me about Achieving for Children is the ultimate ambition of wanting to be a leading council, a leading area in terms of delivering quality education.
And I think Richmond and Kingston have had the courage to trailblaze a whole new venture and I think this venture will prove to be the future of public service delivery.
First social enterprise in the country fully funded by local authority. We've got to make this work, and it will do. We're going to have good people in it to make it work.
The core theme for Achieving for Children is high quality, underpinned by transparency and democratic accountability. It's a really fantastic opportunity to bring together two great councils in one place with one children's services that will be better than anyone could have assumed because of the size, the scale, the opportunities that the areas have, and the fantastic partnerships that we have with schools, police, health and other partners who help us to do the work with children.